be a case?
Shut up, Ma. I'm with my friends.
Hi, Mrs. Krabappelwitz.
What are you doing down there that's so important?
Well, you see, to put it simply, Ma, it's time for Talkin' Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me.
Oh, my.
Oh, my, indeed. This is Frost, and you're listening to Talkin' Nerdy, because, I gotta ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. But, in that weird, nerdy, sexy way.
Yeah. There's a way to make it sexy, right?
Probably. I don't know. You tell us. Anyway, as always, I'm joined by Orange and Scuddy, and we're going to have a great time tonight talking because this week was lit. That's what the kids say now, right? Lit?
Yeah,
lit?
You got it. You nailed it.
Good. Yeah, this week was totally lit for nerds because, we had some cool stuff go on.
There's so much happening right now. It's insane.
So much. So,
Tons.
Let's talk about, first of all, okay, this is going to be, so have you guys seen the most recent Doritos commercial that's on TV?
Oh, no.
So basically, there's this guy and he's eating his bag of Doritos.
Okay.
And two people go to take some, and they take one chip, and then an elephant's trunk slaps both their hands away. Then it keeps happening, and they go, "Really, Dan?" He's like, "What?" "Oh, hey, guys." And then the boss comes and takes something, and the elephant smacks him across the room. And the guy, "Are we going to talk about this?" And he says, "Nope." High fives the elephant.
Oh, I love it. That's funny.
That's why, not that I eat Doritos a lot, but that's why I love their commercials.
Yeah, commercials can be funny even if you hate the product.
I don't hate Doritos. I just don't eat them because they're not healthy.
They always seemed a little bit on the gross side to me. Except for that one time.
As long as you don't mix them with Coca-Cola, because it might end up being jet fuel.
Oh, they're not that bad.
Oh, no, you're supposed to mix them with Mountain Dew. That's your
gamer's diet there.
Yeah.
Ugh,
that's your instant heart attack diet too.
Yeah, I believe.
Reminds me of the gamer's suicide.
You forgot the Hot Pockets.
Oh yeah, the Hot Pockets and the Tendies.
And Bagel Bites. But you know what? I ate Bagel Bites recently, as a nostalgia trip. They're terrible now.
Really?
They used to be so
good. They
good.
changed things.
They're so pretty bad.
Like, how are they different?
They just don't taste good.
Well, make some in what
All
way?
artificial stuff is being nixed out of things.
Well, that's not it. I mean, their flavor profiles change. Like the sauce isn't as good, the cheese isn't as good. Like the bagel parts are, whatever.
Well, they're getting natural flavoring.
No, I don't know what it is. I think that, frankly, I think they just got different suppliers for different stuff.
Either that, or your taste buds change every 7 years. So.
Well, kind of.
That's why suddenly vegetables are delicious after you're not 5 years old.
Probably. But no, I liked vegetables my entire life. I don't know, it's some people. But no, I don't know what it was. They just didn't taste so good anymore. But yeah, all that gamer food, I can't drink Mountain Dew anymore. It is so ungodly sweet. It hurts me.
It's beautiful though. Like it pumps you up so you can up your KD ratio.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the flavors of it.
For all those first-person shooter games I play.
Yeah, because first-person shooters are the end-all, be-all of everything, right?
Oh, clearly. Like that new one that's coming out tomorrow?
Which one?
The Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, we're going to start off with some smack talking.
It's going to be delicious because the internet has been smack talking the policies in this game everywhere.
I think they're about to boycott it.
Why doesn't everybody who is listening right now send us their comments so you can type it in the YouTube chat, tell us what you think about the new Battlefront 2 and the shenanigans going on right now.
You mean the fire that was now
the fire that what they tried to put out with more fire.
So it's a garbage fire now.
It's a garbage fire.
So yeah, comment, send me a message, like my page, DJ Frost at WLMC on Facebook. I mean, not shameless plugging or anything.
Oh, of course not.
No.
Why would you ever?
I mean, you could also tweet at me at DJ Frost WLMC. I'm just saying. I mean, I've got this stuff open right now.
You don't have to, but it'd be nice.
It'd be quite appreciated, really. But yeah, no. So, loot boxes. We've talked about these in the past. How
the love-hate relationship with them.
How they are technically gambling and exploitative.
Yeah, pretty much. and how awful they are because nobody likes loot boxes.
No
No,
one.
not really.
It's just so bad. Like, you pay to win. That's what it is.
If
and
you-
Pay to win.
If you say that you like them,
you're
you're
lying.
yeah,
You're lying
you're
to
lying.
yourself.
You're lying to yourself
That's
and
the
everyone
addiction
around you.
talking, and go get yourself some help.
Yes, please.
Play a decent game.
But here's the thing. Battlefront 2 has put Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and I think a few other, like, really cool characters behind loot boxes
and or paywalls.
and or paywalls. Now, here's the thing. You can get the resources in-game.
Oh yes.
It's just going to take you 20 plus hours each.
Oh, like I think it was like
You
80 hours
80 hours.
for Darth Vader specifically.
Really?
Yeah.
80 hours.
Something like that.
Yes, because I'm going to play this game for 80 hours to get one character.
It was
And-
it was 80, 40, some multiple of 20.
And if you're only playing 2 hours, you're going to take about 6 years.
yeah, like
If you're playing it any sort of reasonable amount, it's going to take you
yeah,
years.
I'm looking at the Reddit thread or one of the many Reddit
Reddit
threads.
threads.
Isn't
talking
it the
about
most
this.
downvoted Reddit thread?
Yeah, it's the AMA that the developers put out.
By the way,
which is-
AMA is Ask Me Anything.
So, like, the developers put out and Ask Me Anything. They're like, we're the developers of this game.
You know, ask us stuff about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, ask
And
us
then
literally anything you want. And then
They proceeded to not answer any of them, right?
well, to be fair, they answered some, but because they're a big company, they get flooded with stuff. They get flooded with questions.
They pick and choose.
But
Yeah.
of that flood of questions, they only answered apparently 30 of them.
Yeah, you got to be more than that. And also, they ignored the big ones, didn't they?
Oh yeah,
They ignored the major
Like,
gripes.
what the actual crap, E EA?
Yeah, like I have like the top comment on the AMA that I'm looking at right now is from the Jimquisition, and he asks, do you not feel loot box design is inherently predatory by nature? They exploit addiction and encourage at least the simulated feel of gambling, despite the lack of legal definition. Is this not a concern for the industry going forward? And
And
naturally,
they blew them off, of course.
oh yes, there is no answer from any of these professionals that started this.
Good job, Garbage Fire. I mean, EA.
OP failed to deliver, is what
Oh, yeah.
happened.
DICE failed to deliver.
OP meaning original poster,
Yes.
I assume? Yes. Reddit is weird. You have to learn the lingo.
Yeah, there's definitely they have their own way of parsing vocabulary
Yeah.
here.
Reddit is its own subculture.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear how we feel, but let's explicitly state it. Scotty, how do you feel about loot boxes?
As somebody who has dabbled in such things slightly, there's definitely an addiction that can happen, and it's very dangerous.
Oh, wow. Bearman just sent me how much it would cost to unlock everything in Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
$2,100.
Are you serious?
2,100 American dollars to unlock everything in Battlefront 2.
Off the bat.
Dang.
Like without doing all the grinding for
Like-
6 years.
That's some car improvements
Yeah, because
right there.
somebody else in the comments here. Where
also,
did it go?
Bearman wants us to note that pizza rolls are still great.
All right. Well, I believe that. Like, they'd be mad to change pizza rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't find it again. Wait, I'm close to it. The numbers have run.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, I can't find it. But this-
$2,100 to unlock everything. That's way like
That's a car
yeah.
improvement.
but the gist of what I was looking for is somebody.
you know what you
in
can
the-
buy for $2,100? 350 copies of the game.
Jeez. But the comment that I was looking for, someone did the calculations to figure out just how much time you would have to spend grinding to get everything if you played for a reasonable amount of time. A quote unquote
4,500 hours or $2,100.
yeah. Okay.
That
Yeah.
Bearman just sent me this information. 4,500 hours, 4,500 hours.
Yeah. The person in the post estimated that to be approximately 6 years.
It nonstop.
6 years nonstop if you only play for if you play a reasonable amount of time,
2 to
which
3
is
hours?
yeah, which is quote.
So it would take about 187 and a half days.
yeah,
Dang.
That's if you're playing 24 hours a day.
yeah,
Now,
which is still a significant chunk of a year.
let's make that less. Let's say you're only playing, let's say 5 hours a day, right?
Yeah, that's like
900 days at 5 hours a day.
that's still less than 3 years.
That is about 2.5 years.
Yeah, 2.5 years.
But nobody's going to play this game. That's
No.
way longer than the lifespan this game's going to have.
Yeah, no, nobody's and who's
I
gonna
see 3 months. That's it.
like
Like,
what?
you could buy a cheap used car for the money you'd be spending on this game to get everything.
yeah,
It's ridiculous.
it wouldn't even be that bad of a used car either.
I mean, it'd be pretty trash. It would run, and it would probably run for a couple years, which is about the lifespan of this game. so sorry, 2,160 because we're taking out the cost of the original game because who's going to buy this game at this point?
Yeah, no.
2,160, and then you could buy I could probably look on Craigslist right now and find like a used car for that.
That would
would
get
run.
some decent snow tires for your car.
You could get like 2 pairs of decent snow tires, maybe even 3. That's ridiculous. Like, no, and no. I think it's pretty clear that our stance here at Talking Nerdy is loot boxes be bad.
They're pretty awful.
Especially since Europe is trying to make them go away.
Yep, there are countries in Europe that are investigating loot boxes across the board. I think we've talked about this before, but
Yeah.
like
they're
to
getting
get rid of them,
they're trying to get them classified officially as
As
a type of
gambling.
gambling.
which means that a lot of games wouldn't be playable by a huge amount of the audience because like
Which they would go over to Nintendo.
maybe. I don't know if that's true or not, but like,
If they can't play the games that they want to play, they're like, okay, time to pick up a Switch.
yeah.
Oh no! Apparently the game is $80.
It's
that's even
$80?
worse.
Yeah,
Oh,
What?
'Cause-
Is that for a special edition or is that just base price?
it may be base price. I'm not sure, but the comment I'm looking at
no game is worth $80.
it's like this is it's like seriously. I paid $80 to have Vader locked.
Yeah. I'm surprised it's 80. That must be for like a special edition thing.
Maybe I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Not that like because charging $20 over most retail price for a PS4 game, not gonna happen. Like especially because there are 2 other things coming out tomorrow that are going to be just amazing. Like Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, which, spoiler alert, doesn't have loot boxes. And you know what? They only cost $40 each. Unless you buy the special edition off Amazon, which cost me like $67, because Amazon does a really cool thing if you've got Prime and like you get 10% off, or you get a certain amount off of the retail price if you pre-order it.
But not only that, but also Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim for the Switch is also coming out.
Yeah, and you've been particularly addicted to a specific thing that is also on the Switch as of late.
Oh, yes, and we'll talk about that a little later.
You are welcome, by the way.
I'm totally blaming you for that. And it's not so much an addiction as like, I know I want to beat it before tomorrow because like,
He's going to have no time.
I'm going to be gone. Tomorrow I'm just done. Like, I'll be out of the loop for like 3 to 5 days and then a bunch of time after that. Because
Nice.
Ultra Sun and Moon, oh my God, it's looking amazing. Like, all of the features, they just last minute release, like, by the way, totally Move Tutor in here. Just saying. Something we expected, of course, because there's always been a Move Tutor in the second versions of anything. Or the third version, the special version.
Not to mention they're sending in the 3DS with a bang.
It's not going out. I don't know why people keep saying the 3DS is dying. Like, yes, they are putting out less games for it, but it is certainly not dying because it's still immensely popular. Like, there's no way it's going down. Like, they're probably phasing out the 3D part,
Yeah.
but nobody uses the 3D part anyway. Like, their newest system
The
in the 3DS
2DS.
family is the 2DS XL, and it's functionally No.
No, I'm still looking through these comments.
Oh, on the Battlefront 2
yeah,
Reddit?
because I found the comment that I had been looking for.
Okay, read it.
And it was the one with like, if person plays 2 hours a day, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
and
yeah?
then somebody's response, and then the developer actually did respond to this one.
Oh.
Let's see.
What did they respond?
Okay,
This'll be good.
I need to. It's all official talk and like
Blah, 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 blah. Just read it.
Okay, we've seen the speculation about how long it takes players to earn things, but our averages based on the play first trial are much faster than what's out there. But as more players come in, that could change. We're committed to making progression a fun experience for all of our players. Nothing should feel unattainable, and if it does, we'll do what it takes to make sure it's both fun and achievable.
Guess what?
Lie.
They failed.
Lie.
As we update and expand arcade mode, we'll be working towards making sure that players can continue to progress without daily limits.
Okay, you're stoking the flame now, Dice.
Oh, they are just digging themselves a bigger garbage fiery hole.
And then somebody replied to this comment, "Can I pay $9.99 to unlock more of your response?"
That's
Sad
so
but true.
stupid.
And then is no, but you can unlock the chance to get more of a response.
Jeez.
Yeah, you're stoking the flame, Dice.
I love like when Reddit comment threads get good, they get really good.
Like, to be fair, Reddit is kind of the dumpster fire of the internet. Like,
It's
a good controlled dumpster fire.
It's a dumpster fire where people brought marshmallows
That's true.
to roast on the fire.
Not to mention the game graphics look like that of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, but at least Mass Effect Andromeda had the common sense to not be an actual functioning game. People hated it because it didn't work.
Yeah.
Here, people hate this because of other more sinister reasons.
Yeah. I mean, frankly, EA is a dying company at this point.
They're dying.
How many game studios have they closed in the past?
A few.
Like,
And they might be closing off the COD.
Yeah.
they,
Call of Duty World War II did not go over well.
No,
Well,
it did not.
well,
like,
are
it
we
had
really
all of the
surprised
po-
about that? Though?
No, it had all the potential to be an amazing game, like something that even I might pick up. Because I enjoyed like the first Call of Duty. It was pretty good.
Okay, well,
But like then they didn't.
well, I think like the problem there is that they're like not 10 years ago, there was like a flood of games that were set in the World War II
Right.
era.
World War II, Medal of Honor.
and
all that
everybody
stuff.
everybody was getting really, really sick of it.
Yep.
So this resurgence back into it, like it's a logical progression, I guess.
Well, I mean,
when-
Battlefield 1.
Yeah, Battlefield 1, but that's because World War
One.
Yep.
Nobody had really explored. Very few games have ever explored World War 1. The only other one I can think of is Valiant Hearts.
And if they wanted to
Yep.
make money, go back to the old wars.
You know what's
like
hilarious?
War of 1812.
What?
EA DICE made Battlefield 1. And it did well.
It did.
And then they just did
Bad.
And then they did this.
yeah.
Then this happened.
Yeah.
But I think like the reason it's not doing well is because, well, while Wolfenstein is doing that thing where alternate universe Nazis have taken over the world and it's
Yeah.
like weirdly campy in that way.
But that's canonized for that series.
Right. Wolfenstein is literally all about killing Nazis.
And if that's what you want and then you go to Wolfenstein for it and all the World War II first-person shooter-y type games already exist. We don't need more.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like to me.
kind of. I think it was just an execution mess up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like the gameplay wasn't all that good apparently, and yeah, but no, frankly,
Yeah.
Game companies need to listen.
they need to stop doing the loot box thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
No.
hiding things behind paywall. Like the original Battlefront games, the Star Wars Battlefront games, way back on the PS2, they were insanely amazing. You didn't have to pay to unlock any content,
The concept of such a thing hadn't been invented yet.
pretty much.
They're just trying to make money because they're slowly dying.
So
Yeah.
they're desperate for anything.
Well, a
and
lot of companies have
some rich butthole is gonna do it, but
Yeah, but like, I don't know why whoever started the loot box thing needs to stop.
yeah. Like in Overwatch, at the very least in Overwatch, it's stuff that doesn't actually affect
It's
gameplay.
what, skins?
Yeah, it's just like skins and emotes and voice lines. Nothing that really affects gameplay.
Purely cosmetic BS that nobody actually needs.
Yeah, you
but
can get-
people
Not
want it.
fundamental characters.
No. But people still want it because they want to look unique and cool and blah blah blah.
I mean, that I have less of an issue with. Like, if you want to blow all your money on a skin, go for it.
That's your problem.
If you want to blow money on currency that lets you buy characters instead of earning them over time, go for it. But when you make it so those characters cannot be bought except by paying out money, that's when it matters.
or by wasting an inordinate
Yep.
amount of time that you don't have.
Yep. And like, I'm not knocking DLC. DLC, like,
When done correctly,
Yeah.
it enhances a game immeasurably.
like I
Yeah.
enjoyed Super Smash Bros. 4, like for the Wii U and the 3DS.
I
The
absolutely
characters there were behind paywalls, some of them, but they were DLC. And usually the character itself was like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
Or you could buy the bundle, which came with new stages and new stuff, but like you didn't need them to play the game because a lot of time they were just clone, quote unquote,
Yeah.
of other characters.
personal opinion, best DLC that ever was Shivering Isles for Oblivion.
Very good DLC. I did like some of the Skyrim DLC. Actually, really. You know what?
Skyrim DLC is also decent, but it didn't really add like an entire extra world to explore like Shivering Isles did.
It's
Actually-
true. Well, it
Oh
it
yeah,
didn't,
yeah,
didn't.
it did.
It
Go-
did
Yeah, it
twice,
did. Go
actually.
to it went to Morrowind, didn't it?
It went
To
to
the Mushroom Island.
It went to I forget the name of the island, but there was a
But
whole
it was
separate island.
but it was in Morrowind.
I think you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
The
it was
one.
in yeah. So,
yeah, that was
so
that was the Dragonborn DLC, and then there's also Dawnguard, which added a whole new section to the Skyrim map as well.
Oh yeah, that is
So
true.
it did.
But I don't know. I enjoyed Shivering Isles more maybe it was just because of the Alice in Wonderland ishness of it. And
Yeah.
also Shea Gorath is best Daedric prince.
I can, I guess, agree to that. Why? Who do you think, Orange? No?
What, you don't like the Prince of Madness?
I know about the Elder Tears lore and everything, and everybody's waiting for the next game.
Yeah, but until then, Skyrim did just come out on the Switch. Or, sorry, it hasn't come out yet. It comes out tomorrow.
I'm pushing for Elder Scrolls Black Marsh. I really am.
It's probably going to end
It's
up being
toss
High
up.
Rock.
And,
High Rock or the Wood Elves Homeland.
That would be Valenwood.
Yeah, the Valenwood.
that or elsewhere.
Elsewhere is probably not going to happen.
No, the land of the Khajiits, because then you have
It's
to model.
basically just desert.
Yeah, and then you'd have to model every single subspecies of Khajiit.
And that would
And there's like 12 of them.
Yes.
There's literally 12 of
I
them.
mean, they could do it. There's
not
no question
impossible.
No, it's just, I think they want it, like, Elsewhere is primarily, if not completely, occupied by the Khajiit. There are no other peoples there.
And there are other races in Black Marsh, but
they're not.
there's like the Slode, which are the slug people.
Yeah.
And other variations of like where the Argonians are specifically like iguana-like. There
Yeah.
are others that are frog-like or gator-like
Yeah, but they're also not
or snake.
a lot of the already established races, so it'd be hard to work them in seamlessly.
Yeah, because like
And that's the issue I guess they're facing. They got to pick somewhere where all the races are said to have existed and do exist.
yeah, it's been
But-
really difficult for the Empire to forge any sort of real trade with Black Marsh ever.
Yep. So, you wouldn't have the Imperials there. The Nords wouldn't even go anywhere near it.
Yeah.
Like,
and apparently, because some of the books because I read a lot of the books
How
in
are they?
Skyrim, because they are
oh, you mean like the in-game books?
yeah the in-game
Sure.
books.
Yeah, those are great.
yeah
The lore is insane.
yeah
It really is.
it's pretty great, and there are even books that exist in real life that are compilations of those books in game, which I think is pretty cool.
yeah.
So you can have those books on your shelf.
I would always go and I would build the bookshelves in my player house because of Hearthfire.
yeah.
So which one did you? I always build the Lakeside one because it's the coolest. Frankly,
But yeah, the Lakeside one is the coolest, but I always, I don't know, I just kind of stuck with the first one that I ran into, which was
usually for me was the Lakeside one because Falkreath isn't that far from.
Nah, the one that was deeper in the woods. It was like It was like purely in the woods. A giant came by once and tried to wreck things.
Huh.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I know there's many places you can build and.
Fortunately, my kids were inside. So.
Yeah. See, I always.
Why can you only adopt 2 though?
That's common across most games.
Unless you have a mod.
Yeah, but like. There are only so many kids in vanilla Skyrim anyway.
Yeah, and but each between the stories of each of these kids, it definitely seems more in terms of pitifulness, it seems more heavily skewed towards the girls.
Yeah,
the girls genuinely have
except for
sadder stories.
Braith sucks. Just straight up Braith sucks.
Well, I mean, of the adoptable kids, the kids that are adoptable right off the bat.
Yeah.
Not
Braith.
like the ones that you find wandering around.
Yeah, no, Braith still sucks. Braith is just such a... I can't say that word, but she's that.
I thought she was one of the Jarl's kids.
Braith? No. No. The Jarl's kids are also kind of like stuck up little brats.
Well, yeah, and that's why you download mods to get rid of them. And that's why you also...
Bearman just pointed something out about the Black Marsh.
Yeah.
There is lore that says that it's almost completely full of disease, and Argonians are one of the only races that can live there without being rotted to death.
Well, not necessarily rotted to death, but definitely
they're immune to the diseases of the Black Marsh.
They're immune to the diseases, and they're
also
immune to the flesh flies.
Yeah,
those are also a thing.
So I don't think Black Marsh is likely.
Unless you want to go to swamp people.
It's most likely High Rock, probably.
I mean, I have seen at least one mod on Steam where somebody actually did develop several towns and cities in a map in Black Marsh, so you could play there.
That's really cool.
I haven't played it because mods can be weird on PC depending on what you do and don't have software-wise.
Yeah.
Good point.
I usually use the Nexus for that.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it compiles it and it'll let you know, hey, this doesn't work with your stuff because you don't have this.
All right.
But
you're gonna have to show me how to do that.
It's gotten weird lately because I haven't done it in ages because I've been busy with other games, but like it's pretty straightforward. But like I don't think we should talk about our mod loadouts because I put a lot of things in there. Like, it would take hours to go over.
Like, tell me you have either Thomas the Tank Engine or Macho Man Randy Savage to replace the dragons.
No, I put in more dragons.
More dragons. That's
like
also
different variations of dragons, which are pains in the gosh darn bum.
Oh, you mean the ice dragons and all them?
There already are ice dragons. I mean, like poison dragons.
Oh, I think I need.
You went Dragon Age on that.
A little bit, yeah. It was challenging.
I think I need some of that. But
then I took it out because I just realized no matter what dragon came in, I shot it with my crossbow, vanilla crossbow, mind you, and it just died. I'm like, well, then there's no point in having dragons.
Yeah, vanilla crossbow is the OP weapon.
Yeah, the vanilla dwarven crossbow, fully enchanted with like max upgrades, is just like, oh, it's dead. Like the time I one-hit KO'd Alduin.
That must have been fun.
Oh, Alduin's not dead because there's a thing that prevents him from dying after one hit. But like, he goes to the second stage battle, pa-ching, oh, he's dead. You fought bravely. And I'm like, you bet your butt I did.
Oh, no. See, See, canonically, what had happened was it was a Smaug situation, and he had that one chink in the armor.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with all the enchantments because I had max level enchanting and max level archery.
Yeah, because...
Nothing like that.
Yeah, because Smaug also got one hit KO'd because he was hit in the right spot.
Yeah.
With a black arrow that was dwarven made.
Yes. Dwarves know how to make good stuff.
So it's not as if it's implausible that could happen.
No, but really. There was a way before they patched it to basically have unlimited levels of enchanting. Because you could make jewelry which had an alchemy boost on it.
Yeah.
And then you can use that to make an enchanting potion and keep going back and forth. And if you were quick enough and you had the things right next to each other, you could do it indefinitely.
Jeez. That's a lot of stuff.
And you could get some beyond ridiculous enchantments. Like, it was stupid.
You mean Soul Taker?
No, I mean like bonus damage up the wazoo.
That's amazing.
Like, your attacks do like plus 500 fire and ice damage. And 500 is like normally an impossible number to get to. Because dual enchantment at level 99 or 100 enchanting. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You know what I'd do sometimes? Because, like, I played on the PC. I would just, I beat the game 2 or 3 times, different play styles, without mods. And then I started like, what would happen if, and console commanded stuff. And then I started playing with mods, and then I played with mods and console commands. It became, I have over 300 hours in Skyrim.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've discussed this before too. Like, it's mods and stuff are perfectly fine after you've played it vanilla first.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is play it vanilla, then go in and cheat.
Yeah, then you can go nuts.
Then cheat. All you want, because you already beaten the game real.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. The last thing that I will say on Argonians,
Okay.
because I love them the best,
Yep.
is that during the Oblivion Crisis, and this is canon, while Oblivion was invading everywhere else,
They left the Black Marsh alone.
No.
No?
They didn't leave Black Marsh alone. The Argonians invaded Oblivion. Like, the gates popped up in Black Marsh, and the reason all the Argonians from everywhere else were being called back to Black Marsh,
Just because they were going in after them.
now the Hist trees were calling them back so that they could invade Oblivion, and then the Daedric forces were like, screw this.
You know what's funny? I also invaded Oblivion when the gates popped up.
Well, yeah, but you're the hero of Kavach, so
Yeah.
this is truly an honor.
Yeah. I'd be a lot warmer and a lot
Huzzah.
happier with a belly full of mead. Also, I used to be an adventurer. And then I took an arrow to the knee.
Why did you finish it?
Oh, that meme needs...
It died, but like...
Hands to
you
yourself,
brought it
sneak
back.
thief.
Yeah. Oh, let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
Those guards are the sassiest things ever, and I
what's
love
great?
them.
There's a mod that doesn't change anything, but it unlocks... There was a bunch of hidden dialogue that they never actually included in the game, but it was in the source files.
Yeah.
That makes the guard say more things.
Oh, I need that. Oh,
And
I
it
need
was
that so bad.
glorious. And the guards became like, oh, you're actually the Dragonborn. How's it going? Like, they would acknowledge you. If you were a Jarl of the city, what's up, Jarl? Like,
What's up, Jarl?
they wouldn't say that, but like,
Essentially, that's what it is.
No, not Jarl. Thane. Sorry, Thane.
Thane,
You can't actually
Jarl.
become Jarl. I bet you there's a mod for that. There's
You
got to
can
be
become
a mod.
Jarl.
There's got to be a mod for that. Because some of those Jarls are dicks.
Especially
Kinda,
if you-
yeah.
Like, super dicks. Like,
Why am I thinking that there's one that's a kid, or am I starting to cross streams with Game of Thrones?
don't think there was one that's a kid, no.
No,
Yeah.
you're starting to cross streams. Don't do that.
You
I can't.
don't cross the streams.
I can't help it. At some point, it just starts happening.
I guess
Never
that's
cross
fair.
the streams.
It's the
unless you
crossover
have to.
fan fiction everybody was waiting for. The new Oblivion gates opened, and they,
Send out the White
and then the,
White Walkers.
yeah,
Oh
and
my
the
God.
White Walkers invade Skyrim.
So EA apparently removed microtransactions from Star Wars Battlefront 2 temporarily.
Oh, lovely.
Just hours before the official launch, in a shocking move that comes after days of zealous fan anger.
Yeah, because
We hear you loud and clear, so we're turning off all in-game purchases. Okay, great, but that means those characters are now permanently locked,
And nobody
nobody's
can-
going to get them.
it's like, fine, if you don't want them, if you don't want to work for them, you can't have them at all.
Yep.
Okay, now
You stoked it, and now you've poured gasoline onto it.
Okay, now this kind of leads into a thing that definitely ties in. A lot of people will argue that what's the point of raising a fuss over stuff like this? Because it doesn't really, there's no point, it doesn't do anything.
Except
It does.
It just did.
Yeah, and it's been
But
proven.
they're going to bring it back, and people are going to flip out on them again.
Yeah, but it's been proven over and over again in cases like this, and in many other cases where there's some kind of injustice of any sort being done. The best thing you can do is make a fuss about it, whine about it. Don't shut up until something is done.
Guys, this is completely unrelated, but I just found out about an amazing thing.
Yeah.
There's going to be a onesie/kigurumi bar crawl in my home city this weekend.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I want to go.
I want to
If
do
my wife
that.
is listening, she should let me know that we're able to go and that we're going to this.
I want to do
Because
that.
I want to go. Like,
Take
this
me with
isn't funny.
you.
I mean, I guess I can, although Bearman shouldn't come. I think my wife's still angry at him.
Yeah, he will be impaled.
But
Yes.
for real though, that's a fun thing that I would love to do, because kigurumis are super warm, and that's what we need this time of year for bar crawls.
Yeah.
Maybe not when it starts snowing though, because then it gets all clammy.
Oh, no, unless you have the...
No. I mean, they're pretty warm.
It depends on the
No. But if they
onesie.
get wet because snow.
No, it doesn't matter. No, they're pretty resilient.
Yeah, I've never had a proper kigurumi. I should invest in one,
You should
They
get a
are
Doge.
delightful.
because I do have like a unicorn onesie.
That
That
a friend of mine has a unicorn onesie too. It's all rainbow-like and stuff.
Yeah, but I just like picked it up from Walmart, and it's the closest thing to a kigurumi I've ever had. But I would like to have a proper kigurumi at some point. It's one of those things that everybody needs to invest in. That's your spirit animal right there.
Yeah, especially if it was a red panda.
Maybe that's
And
the one
actually, I misspoke. It's not this weekend. It's in February. But still.
yeah, you tease.
I know.
You are a tease man, and I doesn't like.
Well, it originally said this weekend. I was like, oh, cool. And then I clicked on it. It was like, actually not this weekend.
So
Because like when
so
on
it lied to
Facebook,
you,
it's
and then
Facebook's fault. Actually.
so it lied to you, and then you lied to us.
And then I feel disappointed and ashamed because Facebook lied. Because like when you see an event on Facebook,
My disappointment is immeasurable, and
Yeah.
my day has been ruined.
like it just said Saturday 6 p.m. I'm like, that's this weekend because Saturday 6 p.m. Like and
It's
then
in February.
yeah, except now it's in February because dang.
Yeah, they don't give you the dates.
Ah, darn it!
And apparently it's paid. You have to pay to go to it.
How much?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bulk
This
crawl.
is information that needs to be known.
I know it doesn't say.
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
That's lame.
But it includes a T-shirt and a koozie and
A koozie? A jacuzzi?
like a koozie for your beer, I
A
guess.
cozy.
a cozy.
Cozy. It's got two O's. It's koo.
Okay, that's fair.
It's koozie.
I was not aware of how they spelled it. That's
K-O-O-Z-I. Unless it's actually, I think it's supposed
That-
to be K-O-Z-I-E.
that.
but,
Yeah,
like,
that sounds like a typo to me.
maybe,
yeah.
but I'm reading it off here, so it's koozie, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. And original topic is always make noise about things that make you mad.
Yes, actually do so, because the internet has immense power now.
Yes.
It does.
People listen to it
Yes,
a lot.
they do. That's
Because-
how we get good things in games.
That's how we get good things in, not just in games, but in like most anywhere.
I wish the companies would learn this advice. Do not go after, piss off the internet, because the internet will go after you.
The internet has like, especially, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the torrid tale of the war between Tumblr and 4chan.
I haven't heard about this war, but that doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't
Actually, not
surprise me at all.
No, the fact that it isn't a surprise, but it
Didn't
was
4chan shut down?
No, I think 4chan still exists. You're thinking of that one subreddit that we
Yeah.
talked about.
Well, I know one of the creators stepped down or passed it on or something like that at 4chan.
I don't know.
I
It's
don't
not.
remember.
I don't know. It's not like I regularly go looking for 4chan.
Not really.
And
No.
why?
Tumblr is just kind of more accessible in a weird way.
Yeah, Tumblr and Reddit is basically a Tumblr that doesn't take itself seriously at all.
That's what makes it great.
Yeah, that's why I would argue that Reddit is better.
Also, I think Reddit has a science side.
Yeah, it's got its fair.
The science side of Reddit. Explain this, please.
Yeah, it's got science, it's got social issues, it's got subreddits dedicated to very serious things that you're not allowed to make jokes on.
And then trolls.
Oh yeah.
And it also has English.
English, all English, neckbeards, all the glorious things that make the internet what it is.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay, so what else is in it? Oh, yes, tomorrow, The Punisher Netflix series comes out. Guess who's going to be binging that all day?
I feel so sorry for you.
I'm not. Well, don't. I want to. I want to do this. I mean, I accidentally snuck a peek at an early review of somebody who who seemed to expect more from it than what it had to give.
Really?
In terms of, like, I guess they wanted it to be something that spoke out against violence.
But
I don't know
Punisher.
why.
Why?
Punisher.
I don't know. What do you think about the actor who's playing Frank?
I don't know. When I first...
I feel like he should be just like a giant of a man, no?
When I wasn't really sold on him either. When I first, I forget the actor's name, so I'm just going to call him Shane because he was Shane in The Walking Dead.
We need Bearman to weigh in on this. Bearman, where are you at?
He's in his.
He's in the ether of the sleeping.
Oh yeah,
the sleeping etherist bear cave.
Yes.
In that gem over there.
Oh, okay.
So
that's okay.
But I wasn't really sold on him when he first appeared in Daredevil season 2 either.
Mm-hmm.
But as things progressed, and the Punisher is kind of like Batman, only in that he's mentally unstable.
Well, a little bit.
And by a little bit, I mean insanely much. Like, this is...
Oh, Bearman is weighing in.
Yeah?
So I can't repeat what he's saying, but the actor's name is John Bernthal. And, of course, he would do violence. He's the Punisher.
Yeah, because, I mean... That's the
gist of what he's saying.
Well,
it's in his namesake.
And apparently he's going to be a different type of Frank, which... I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I haven't seen the series.
No, but I have seen him. But if you've seen Daredevil season 2, then you've seen him interact with Daredevil, and then you've seen the banter between them. And Matt is like, you shouldn't be killing these criminals because they need to be tried by the system, which is just. And Punisher is like, that like I've seen the system work. It doesn't work. Therefore, the only solution is the permanent one. And that's what their dichotomy is like. And he's like, Matt, you're really not that different from me. You just have to embrace what really needs to be done. And Matt's like, no, I'm better than you. But they both fight on the same side, so it's weird.
Well, Punisher is an anti-hero.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of the most anti-heroes that ever was.
Yeah. But, like, he still does the right thing most of the time.
Especially since he's on, like, the top 10 S.H.I.E.L.D. watch list.
Kind of.
Yeah, why hasn't S.H.I.E.L.D. gotten on his case recently?
Because they got their own problem.
They have fractured, they're split up, it's weird.
Yeah, I would have expected them to, like, pay him a visit at some point in the series.
Well, they're currently dealing with the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah. But yeah, I wasn't really sold on this guy on Shane as the Punisher at first, but it kind of makes more sense in that they approach it more from the angle that he is very deeply motivated by the death of his family, which the Punisher always has been, but they push that angle super hard here. And Shane was also heavily motivated to fight for a family that wasn't his, but the sentiment was there, I guess.
Yeah, apparently Nick Fury thinks that the Punisher is useful, so...
Oh, well, if Nick Fury
turning a blind eye because it's easier than trying to put him down.
Yeah, that's definitely the smarter thing to do.
They say the same thing about Deadpool.
Yeah.
Just let him do his thing. It's better than trying to stop him.
He'll switch sides eventually. Just let him be.
Yeah.
Because right now I think Deadpool's back on being more anti than hero. But
Okay. But yeah.
you know,
But Punisher has always been like definitely on the side of chaotic good.
yeah, with chaos being the heavier,
Yeah.
Mostly
alignment.
chaos.
but he does the right thing, and
He always endeavors to kill the right people.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I believe I've been told that he was once tricked into believing he hadn't killed the right person and it was someone completely innocent,
yeah,
and he kind of went nuts over that
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah.
until he figured out it was a trick, and then he's like, all right, back to business as usual.
Bearman also said like he's a war machine that is easily blackmailed. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Especially if he goes up against the Kingpin.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? Everybody's got a weakness.
yeah. Yeah.
It's like setting off. It's like wrapping tape around the trigger of a chainsaw.
Yep.
When once it gets going and you toss it in a room, and everybody in that room is gonna freak out and die, and you can't stop it.
So you're putting it in a small room that is a 10 to 12 foot chainsaw.
10 to 12 foot. Yeah, it's one of those big lumber chainsaws, heavy duty industrial stuff.
You know, chainsaws can get bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chainsaws are nice.
Yeah, but you like duct tape the trigger down so it doesn't stop,
Oh,
and you just toss it in a room and it's jumping around.
I mean, eventually it's just going to break itself. But before then,
Well, yeah, I mean, eventually Frank is going to
Mayhem.
break too, but that's a good ways off if he has anything to say about it.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking about other anti-heroes, and we touched on it a little bit, Deadpool.
Yes.
You know what came out like a couple days ago?
that trailer, though.
The Deadpool 2 trailer. And and Deadpool is dressed up as Bob Ross and is painting.
Happy little explosions.
Except is totally implied to be on illicit materials. And
Happy little
actually, no, explicitly said. Happy little look at all that happy little snow.
That's what it is.
Yeah, totally. Except then he says something else.
Okay, what else is in here? I'm looking over.
We're looking over. I mean, there's not much else to say. I mean, the Deadpool 2 trailer is amazing. Like, you
Yeah.
only see like half-second clips from the movie, but it's enough to know that this movie is going to be beyond amazing. Considering one of the clips is Teenage Warhead Negasonic, like
Negasonic
flipping-
Teenage Warhead.
Yeah, that one flipping somebody off.
Negasonic Teenage. What the?
Yeah, pretty much. And the final picture is the whole crew at Thanksgiving with Cable standing behind Deadpool.
Oh.
It's gonna be a good movie.
Speaking of good movies,
Oh,
Bearman and I went to see Thor Ragnarok last night.
enough said it was good.
It was amazing.
Well, they're getting ready for.
I would have gone with you.
It was
Last minute impulse.
It was kind of impulse, kind of date like.
Oh, that's fun too.
Yeah,
You don't want to be a third wheel.
but
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, but apparently, and like Bearman did his own amount of research into like what went into the movie. Apparently, like 80% of the specific dialogue was improvised.
Yeah.
I don't know how true this is, but it explains a lot of what was happening there, and it was glorious.
I had fun with it.
That only speaks to just how talented the actors are there.
Well, they're
Like-
getting ready for the Infinity Wars.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was just so great, and it was so cool.
Yeah, I want to see it. I don't know if I'll make it while it's still in theaters, but like I want to see it.
Yeah, I believe I read a comment somewhere that said something like, "Hey, what's Thor doing in my Planet Hulk movie?"
It was
Also, Jeff Goldblum happens, and he's beautiful.
Is he?
He is like he's the ham. It's Jeff Goldblum, and he's embraced the ham. He's embraced the ham
That's so
hardcore. Jeff
You mean
Goldblum.
he's the brother to the Collector?
Jeff Goldblum. He's like
he's a character. go see the movie because we're not going to spoil it.
Oh, no. I mean, I don't really think it's a spoiler to mention that he's there and that it's the hammiest he's ever been ever, and it's such a wonderful thing to witness.
No, it's good.
Is why did you hand me the melting stick? He interrupted me. That's not a capital offense.
Yeah, and apparently Natalie Portman's not in the movie, and that makes my wife happy because she doesn't like Natalie Portman.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I mean, frankly, she's not that great an actress.
If you want Jeff Goldblum, he's also going to be in the next Jurassic World.
Is he?
Oh, well,
That's going to be good.
Well, obviously, I'm going to see that because I need to.
Because dinosaurs.
Well, yeah, dinosaurs. I love seeing dinosaurs mess things up.
Yeah.
It's great.
I just had a tweet come up on my feed.
Yeah.
By Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
And it says, there's never a bad time to rewatch Orin High School Host Club. And that is one of the truest statements that's ever been said.
Yes,
True
it
that.
is. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like last time I watched it with somebody, I watched the live action version.
Well, is that any good?
It adds a whole new level of hilarity because they still try to, they like CGI.
They still try to do the antics?
They CGI in the like bulging heart
Do they
eyeballs.
really?
Yes.
God, I love Japan.
And then the stake to the heart whenever he gets rejected, and he's just no.
Yeah,
Have you ever watched the dub of it?
The dub? Oh no, not the dub.
Watch the dub. The voice
dub
acting
is just
phenomenal.
wow.
Like, have you watched the dub of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
I've watched some of it. I haven't finished.
So you know Ed's voice?
Yes, Vic Mignogna.
That is
Vic's good.
Tamaki. Tamaki is Vic Mignogna.
I see.
And oh my God, it's perfect.
Yeah?
Haruhi!
Yeah.
Like over the top, amazing. Come to daddy, Haruhi!
Oh yes, like the live action is also insane with that. He's still doing all the flamboyantness and he's prancing around. And he's like, what? Haruhi, why?
Why do I feel like this? She's my daughter. Spoiler alert, Haruhi is not in fact Tamaki's daughter.
No. That's just what that's just what he calls her sometimes.
That's because he doesn't understand his feelings.
No, so he has too many feels, so he expresses all of them at the same time.
It's amazing how like naive and cute the anime is at the same time of being completely salacious. It's just so great.
I know.
And actually the manga is even better. Like if you ignore the
I believe the live action version is available on Crunchyroll.
It is.
I'm not surprised.
Please
gonna have to
look
check
at
that
it
out.
and tell me how you feel about
Yeah, the
this.
dramas get a little interesting, I will have to say.
If they ever finished the anime of Orin High School, that would be amazing because the manga ended really well. Like, you don't feel super unsatisfied. Like, it doesn't end with the definitive, shipping. I mean, it does, but it like doesn't end like with a ring on anybody's finger, so to speak. Mm-hmm.
But people are like, yeah, I'll go out with you.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it because like it's a really good thing, and it's past our spoiler wall. But at the same time, read the manga; it's amazing. Watch the TV show; it's actually beyond amazing. Like, yeah, and actually, my wife and I agree. The dub is better than the sub for the anime.
Really?
Yeah. It adds. They translated it really phenomenally. That's the first time I said phenomenal this entire episode.
Second, actually.
Second? Okay.
Counting.
I thought I was slipping here.
Well,
I am a little bit.
Well, you are like severely.
Well, I'll have
I'm
to pack it
concerned.
into the next hour.
I'm concerned for your health. Actually, it's so bad.
Okay. I'm probably okay, but no, like it was so phenomenally done. It like added something. It added a little bit of like native, like English to it, but like the inflections are just right. And it was translated perfectly.
You mean how it should have felt like if it was coming from like English speaking?
Over the top, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes
like
sense.
the sentences didn't seem like
a soap opera.
Weirdly translated. Sometimes they do that.
Well, yeah, but the kind of soap opera cheese that makes people actually go.
You mean the soap operas from the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
no, watch the dub. It is worth your time. It makes me happy. Like, it's so over the top and amazing. Like, it just is.
And I think if I remember right, it's Funimation who did it.
Well, Funimation is quality stuff.
Funimation is now owned by Sony, kind of. And
Yes.
it's not. I mean, it's still run
What
by
do
the
you
same
mean,
people.
kind of?
They merged, but it's still run
merged.
by the same people. So no, they were acquired. They are completely owned by Sony.
Yeah.
Sony is the major shareholder in it at the very least.
Okay.
The major, so like, I don't think they have complete ownership, but like, majority stockholder, you own the company. That's how it works.
All right. I guess I understand. Not really. I don't get it.
It's complicated economics.
Economics.
Basically, if companies were treated like apples, Sony has 7 apples where everybody else has 3 or something like that. I don't know what percentage stock they have of it, but they own the majority.
Okay.
So this
Okay.
is mostly mine, but other people have a little bit of it too.
All right.
But yeah, no, yes, there's never a bad time to watch Orin High School Host Club. It cheers you up when you're sad. It makes you happier when you're happy. Frankly, there's just,
So you mean like days like this?
I mean,
Yeah, where it's all cold and mushy and wet.
yeah,
Miserable.
yeah, a little bit.
Of course, as of late, I've been binging The Office lately. I
Oh
haven't.
God,
I mean,
Which one?
U.S. version, because the U.K. version is very needlessly hateful.
yeah, it's a little bit
Like season 1 of the of U.S. Office is also somewhat needlessly hateful.
and way too awkward for its own good.
Yeah, but it keeps those moments throughout, but it parses them out better in
Yep.
later seasons.
I will say this much, that the U.S. office has spawned so many memes.
Oh yeah, it's
is
one of
meme
the
capital.
It is one of the greatest meme machines I've ever seen.
Meme machine, meme machine. Gotta have
Everybody's
that
chugging on the meme machine.
Woo.
Especially the no.
No, you mean false,
False.
or do you mean no? God, please no.
Yeah, that one.
Okay,
All of them are memes.
everything is a meme.
Especially if
The
you put...
world's a meme.
The one I saw was no versus just do it.
It was a meme battle. You were saying.
Ooh.
I've never heard of meme battles.
They usually coexist peacefully.
Yeah.
That was just weird to watch.
Yeah.
Well, now I actually have to see a meme battle. How do memes fight?
Probably popularity contest.
That's
It was a game once.
yeah.
It was on Steam. It was memes and battling.
Was it like a fighting game with controls and hiya fatalities?
Little bit.
Huh.
But with memes.
Sure. Take your word for it, buddy.
It was one of the Game Jolt things.
I will 100% take your word for it.
Okay.
Game Jolt meaning design a game in 2 hours.
So yeah, that's not the only thing you binged last night, is it?
Nah.
No?
We were also me and Bearman were taking turns playing playing lots of bits of Stardew Valley.
Yeah, it's kind of your fault that you guys gave me that game, and you're,
I told you it was good.
I know.
It's
And it's kind of been really great, like, to take breaks from my homework and, like, play a couple days of Stardew Valley.
And by a couple of days, like 40.
Yeah, no. Like 4.
T.
No T, just 4.
Yeah, you played like 40 days all at once.
No, that's
Yeah,
hard to do.
No, it's not. It's really not. It's ridiculously easy to get stuck in,
That's
and
totally
it's
fair.
just like,
But, like-
oh, just one more day. Oh, that went too fast. I didn't get what I needed to do done. I'll just do one more day.
Yeah.
Then you become sleep
But anyways,
deprived and
a little
become
bit
a
of
zombie.
context. A little bit of context. Stardew Valley is like a more adult version of Harvest Moon, I would say.
More adult, you say?
A little bit.
Except for nobody dies.
No, I mean, it's got a bit more adult themes in it. It's a bit more mature.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you that.
It's based in the 90s, it seems, based on the technology.
You think?
Big TVs like that with the glass tubes.
Yeah.
That's 90s tech
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it looks straight out of but it's rural. It's like a combination of the rural, like, Harvest Moon stuff with the 90s weird tech. And it's all pixel art, and it was all developed by one guy.
Which is amazing.
And he's still working on it.
Yeah, it's still they're
The guy is awesome. Concerned Ape is the guy's name. Or
Yeah.
his development name. I don't know what
his
it is.
development name is Concerned Ape. the company he has is called Chucklefish.
Yeah.
Which is adorable. I love
I
Chucklefish.
think so. I don't know if it's his company or if he started with a few people, but I'd have to look into it. But
still, how cute a name is that? Chucklefish
is the publisher. Concerned Ape is the developer, and he's still developing stuff.
Well, yeah, the game is still in the works. There's
he's
like,
adding a multiplayer feature.
Yeah.
Also, it's supported by mods. I'm not going to be able to play mods because you guys gave it to me on the Switch, but same difference. The Switch is awesome, and therefore,
but all the good mods are on PC.
I think all the mods are just on PC. I don't know if you can mod on the consoles.
Well, it's possible if you have elite hacksaw skills.
I guess, but I don't need to mod it. I haven't. Well, actually, technically, you're not gonna beat this game. There's no way to beat the game.
Not
it's
really,
just a decent thing to waste time.
But I mean, what I really love about it is you have to play it for years, in-game years, that is, to get everything. There is no way for you to beat the game within a year. So Harvest Moon, there are cases where you can beat it within the first year. It's rare, and it takes a lot of skill and knowledge of the game, but you can potentially beat it within the first year. Not Stardew Valley.
It's physically impossible to do that.
They code all things. There are events that trigger throughout the first and second years that you have to hit in order to get through the whole game.
Yeah.
Content-wise, but then the game really doesn't end.
Nah. The win state is that you complete the community center.
Yeah. Or Joja Mart if you corporate shill game.
Yeah. You freaking...
You horrible people, you.
What's the name for people who slack off on it?
Year 3 is when you get something else.
The beginning of year 3 is when your grandpa revisits you and is like, I see what you've done with the place. And if you've filled out the community center and developed your farm, you've got animals, you've got good crops, you've got buildings, then he'll be like, you did great, congratulations. And if you didn't, he'll just be like, well,
I'll come back in here.
No. He's just like, well, you did your best, and that's the most I could have asked of you. You can get him to reevaluate you by paying him, by putting a diamond in his shrine.
That's hilarious.
But he'll come back. But I would recommend not doing that.
No,
until you've gotten
everything done. Well, I'm working on stuff. I'm enjoying the game for what it is.
You're doing great with fishing.
The fishing is a pain in the gosh darn beepity beep beep beep. God.
Oh, just wait till you start trying to go for the legendary fish.
I have no intention of doing that right now.
You don't want 100%?
Oh, I'll do it eventually. But I want the iridium rod with all the upgrades and.
Well, yeah, you got to get. That's part of the 100%ing deal.
Yeah, no, I know, but
I think I witnessed you fishing up a diamond.
No, I didn't fish up a diamond. I happen to own a diamond, but I got that from a geode. It is possible to
fish them up.
Is it?
Yeah. It's possible, but it's rare. When you go...
it's in the chest.
Yeah, so they can be in the chest. It's going to be in the chest.
It has to be.
Yeah, there's no other way. But sometimes you'll get artifacts for the museum. Sometimes you'll fish up bait for some reason.
I mean, whatever. Free bait, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is sometimes the fish don't go near the chest, and I'm not giving up the fish for the chest.
So what you do is you fill up the bar just enough for you to focus on the chest until the chest is done, and then you go back to the fish.
No, that's the smart way to do it, but
it doesn't work if the fish is jumping around everywhere.
No, the fish usually jump around like a mother. Because, gosh, fish, you can't stay put.
Nah. How dare you fight for your life?
Yeah, seriously, you're just going in a box.
You're going to go into a box that's
or a bundle for some spirits to
some little
stuff with.
Little apple spirits.
Yeah, they're cute.
They're adorable.
Junimos.
Yeah, I would love to have a plushie of one.
I bet you they exist.
Oh, please tell me they're real. Please tell me they're real. I'm going to look them up too. Junimo plushie. Junimo.
They do exist. Probably. Yeah, they exist.
Yay!
Fandom is real.
They are adorable.
Oh, I need them. Oh, I need them.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you have no idea how much I need them.
How about a big one?
They're pretty big.
I want one as big as me. And I will sleep on top of it.
Apparently you can get Junimo plushes in the game too.
I don't think you understand.
It's adorable.
She just squeed.
Oh my god. So you guys know Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
You know how the meat, like you can cook meat?
Yeah.
There's a plushie of the meat that says, so tasty. So tasty.
Toasty.
Oh my god, that's great. No, I've had a lot of fun with the game. I never really played the Harvest Moon games and stuff until I met my wife. And she introduced me to them, and I fell in love with them. They're so great.
Oh my god, they're so expensive.
Are they?
Yes, I'm looking at them like the yellow ones are $40.
Are you surprised, though? I mean, this is a company that's very small. I mean, it's
Yeah.
one guy, Concerned Ape.
But the blue ones are $60.
Whew, they must be different sizes.
They're not. They're just different colors from what I can see.
Well, let me take a look at... Let me go to their official site. Their official site's got to have it.
It's probably in merch or shop.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Well, that sucks because like the one that I would want the most is blue because blue's my favorite color, but I guess green is like the iconic color for the Junimos because that's like the first ones.
The green one?
Yeah, the green one because that's the first one you see.
Well, it's a green apple.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking at their official website.
Well, because the one I'm looking at is on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at their whoever they're selling through. It's British. It's in euros, so it's European.
Oh, I see. Because I was looking at it because since we are in America,
All right, in U.S. dollars, the green one costs $28.49.
In U.S. dollars. Which includes VAT, which is that's the official site.
It's called Game Legends, but it's the one they link to on their website.
Okay.
And the shipping costs probably it's $20 shipping though.
Well, that doesn't really solve
to be fair,
anything.
it's coming from
Britain,
Europe.
Yeah.
And they're shipping.
I mean, you're better off probably buying it from Amazon or a retailer.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. I have a gift card then.
Yeah. But anyway, they're adorable.
They're
but yeah, no, I've been
and
really...
I need one in my life.
I've been really enjoying... And they're all the same price on this website. That's the other thing. They're not varying prices.
Okay, well then, if I want the blue one, which I do, I should get it from here.
I mean, it's like $50 instead of 60, so you're saving 10.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. This isn't the shopping channel, though.
But he's so cool.
I got distracted into that.
We're always...
He's so cool. He's so cute. He's all round.
We're really
He's
good
got
at getting
the
distracted.
cheeks.
We've never said we were good at staying on topic.
No,
that's not in the
nerds
description.
never stay on topic.
No, we don't. Unless it's a game and we're playing it. Then we're on topic.
It's a nerd topic. It's totally cool.
I agree. It is a very nerdy
You
topic.
mentioned that you had gotten your chickens on your farm.
I did get chickens.
What did you name them?
One of them is named Tamago.
Okay.
Because I always name... Ever since I've been
Tamago
playing,
is an adorable name.
Tamago means egg.
Yeah.
So, it can also mean omelet, but my second chicken is named Omu, which is short for Omu rice.
Oh.
So yes, my chickens are named after the things that I'm going to be eating because of them.
the chickens that we got since we've been binging The Office, they're named Dwight and Michael.
Yeah, well, one of them I was really lucky because I got a white chicken and a brown chicken.
Oh.
That's really lucky because I only bought 2, which means I have the 2 eggs that I need from one of the bundles, which is good.
Yeah. I don't know how Bearman's going to be so upset when I tell him we're going to have to sell either Dwight or Michael.
Why?
Because we need a white chicken.
Oh no. You could just expand your coop.
Well, yeah, I mean, we still have room for 2 more chickens.
Then just
but
buy
they
2 more chickens.
Yeah, but they eat grass so
They
much,
do.
and their enclosure is rather small right now.
Well, I mean, they're always going to eat grass or hay or whatever. Like that's an eventuality.
Yeah, but I mean, they're happier if they eat grass.
Right. So the thing you do is you go instead of paying 50 monies for
50
Bearman's
monies.
upset now. Bearman's upset.
I told you he was going to be upset.
Yeah. When you pay 50 monies
He was gonna
for
find out
one
eventually.
hay at Marnie's store, who's the animal lady,
Yeah.
or you can go to Pierre's and buy grass for 100 and you get 4 grass because it's a grass starter.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
yeah.
But they eat it faster than it spreads.
yeah,
it's a problem.
That's true.
I should really just go plant some somewhere that's not anywhere near what I'm working on and then wait. And then when I run out of hay, run over and go shink, 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 shink. and like collect it all.
Yeah.
That'd probably be smart.
Yeah, that's a strategy.
That would be a better smart.
Should do it. What?
He says, fine, we'll sell Michael. He left and broke my heart once already anyways.
Oh no. We don't have to sell either of them. We can just get more chickens. It's okay.
So yes, so I never sell animals in Harvest Moon style games, ever.
Yeah?
You come attached to them.
Yeah, you do.
Apparently you can also get dinosaurs in this game. Like,
yeah, you can.
that's amazing.
Like you eventually find if you dig around enough,
you find a dino egg.
Yeah, you find a dino egg, and if you put it in your
the
incubator,
you get
then
a dinosaur.
you get a dinosaur.
No, he's already said nope. You said it. We're selling Michael.
All right, fine. Well,
Make sure he's a happy chicken before you sell him. He'll get more money for it.
Yeah.
Nope, you're committing to it now.
Well, because the amount of grass that we have is kind of in their enclosure is small, and so
my enclosure is pretty small too. But
so it can only really house 2 chickens sustainably. So,
yeah. Well, actually, Bearman says no animals will die in this game. That's mostly true. If you leave your animals out overnight, they will disappear mysteriously, and your other animals will be paranoid. And it's been implied that it's an animal attack. And
well, not really.
Yeah,
because I've never had that happen. They always manage to wander back
50-50.
in.
Well, if you close the door, but while they're still outside, they can't get back in. It's a 50-50 shot.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like stupidly lucky that one time because the cow just wouldn't go back in. The door's right there; it wouldn't go.
Well, if the door's open, they'll eventually go back in anyway.
Yeah, but the cow just fell asleep outside and wouldn't move.
I think the game code sees it as it could have gone back in because sometimes my cat, which I named Lasagna, by the way.
Oh.
Yep. My cat will sometimes fall asleep outside. I'll walk in my house, and he's sitting at the side of the bed. I'm like, okay, cat.
Yeah, but that's the cat.
Right.
The cat's never going away.
No, I know. But, like, I think animals just function on the same sort of dealio.
Yes, that's fair.
Apparently, Dwight and Michael are both missing. Bearman's playing right now. How dare you, Bearman? I want to be playing right now, too.
Bearman?
Not really. I
why?
Love the show.
Why are they missing? Why are they missing, Bearman? What did you do?
Well, you know... That's
you left them out at night, didn't you? That's on you.
Awkward laughs. Ha, 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 everything's fine.
No, it's not.
It's perfectly fine.
Anyway, I've been having a lot of fun designing. Like, that's the thing that you don't get. It's kind of like Rune Factory, which was probably my favorite style of
you
Harvest
like
Moon
that.
game. I love Rune Factory 4. It was such a... Have you played Rune Factory 4?
I haven't played any Rune Factories at all.
Rune Factory 4 for the 3DS. Buy it, play it. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. It's like more combat oriented.
It's RPG.
It's an RPG
/ farming.
but Harvest Moon.
Okay, you have my ear.
And you can do magic, and you can do fighting, and you can craft swords, and it's awesome. And the storyline is phenomenal. And like, you could totally ignore the storyline and just do farming. That's up to you.
Huh.
You can do whatever you want, but it's also an RPG.
Huh.
And like,
it took the best of both worlds.
It's Final
pretty
Fantasy with
neat.
Harvest Moon.
That's pretty neat. Might have to get into that. What system is it for?
3DS.
3DS.
Oh, just 3DS?
Just the 3DS.
All right.
Although there was rumors going around that there might be Rune Factory 5 for the Switch.
All right, because
Eventually.
And you know what? I'd buy that thing in a heartbeat. Rune Factory is awesome.
All right, do they like actually follow each other sequentially, or is it also like Final
no.
Fantasy?
I don't think they do. I think there's hints that the world is connected.
The
but
lore
like,
is, but as far as the game goes, it's just you can just pick up and play.
So it's still
Yeah,
like
pick up and play.
It's still like Final Fantasy, where each one is a different story.
Yes.
Okay.
There might be characters related to other characters from the other games, but I never played 1 through 3. I think they were for systems I didn't own or didn't know about the games and no longer can get them.
4 is where it's
the
at.
4 is where it's at.
All right.
It was the first one where you could be boy or girl. And the Bachelor and Bachelorette options are pretty good. They all are. None of them are
None of them
disastrously bad like Shane in Stardew Valley.
Shane, like,
Is a disgusting slob, and I will not talk to him because he's rude.
well, look. You
He's
just don't
rude.
know his story.
He's
okay?
rude, and
He
you
likes
know,
to prejudge.
You just don't understand.
I was trying to be nice to him, and he just keeps telling me to blow off. So you know what? He's
Look-
lost his chance.
All you have to look.
I know he's probably got a horrible backstory, and
It's-
like heartful. And
It's actually not like a horrible backstory. It's more of. It's
see,
more.
Bearman agrees with me. He says Shane's the worst.
Well, that's just you just don't know him, man. You just don't know what he's going through right now. That's all it is.
So you're saying he's emo?
No, he's not emo.
No,
He's just a dick.
the emo one is Sebastian.
Great.
Yeah, Sebastian's actually a nice guy. He also likes sci-fi and fantasy books.
Yeah, and if you get to know him well enough, you can play an RPG with him.
That's awesome.
An actual tabletop RPG.
I am doing this. I'm going to become best friends with him. Like
Just-
he's going to be my best friend.
Just do it before you get married to Leigh.
Leah, or Lee. Lee. Her name is Lee. She's an artist, and she does artisty things.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She's pretty cool. She likes wine. So, like, I'm trying to become a beer magnate / brewing magnate / fermenting magnate. So, like, I need somebody who doesn't, like, hate alcohol, and she fit the bill pretty good. She likes wine. So, like, pretty easy to keep the wife happy because I'll be making wine.
Yeah. I don't know if Penny would be happy there because of her home situation. But and I don't know if Shane would be happy there either because of his situation.
Perhaps not, but like he's not living, so he's not living with us. Actually, once you get married, the bachelor and single status goes away, supposedly. So it shouldn't affect that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I've been told and my
that's not-
research has suggested.
I don't know. That must be a new thing because last time that I checked, that whenever you married somebody and then you gave a gift to another,
Well, how are you supposed to
ex-bachelor,
get on good terms with other villagers? It doesn't make any sense.
like you do favors for them or something? I don't know.
I guess, but like, it doesn't seem to be an issue.
Look, there is a way. Well, I've explained to you
Yeah.
how the divorce works.
Yeah, so you can actually get divorced and you can have your kids turn into doves.
Like if you have kids with your significant other that you picked, you can go to the wizard and then you can pay him and he'll be like, I'll make them forget everything.
And
then
nobody
you-
gets mad or sad.
Yeah, nobody gets hurt. Everything goes back to the way it was.
The whole world doesn't remember except for you.
and you can either woo somebody else or you can start with them all over again.
If you so choose. I mean, if that's the kind of thing you're into.
But if you had kids and if you had
Some sort of
kids
50
with
first dates.
and if you had kids with them, they don't disappear. They just turn into doves.
Well, you have to go to the witch shrine for that. The dark shrine. And pay a lot of money.
I haven't found that ever.
It's like somewhere deep in the woods or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know.
It's
I've
somewhere
not
in the
found it.
woods.
It's somewhere out there. You got to do something with
There's a-
goblins or something first. Or,
Oh, I see. I haven't figured that out yet.
yeah, it's weird.
I should research that actually
Yep.
because that's like the one thing I'm stuck on at
Bearman
this point.
says that he's going to become the beer baron.
Yeah.
I too will become the beer baron.
Well, I don't know.
/ cheese and wine because, you know.
Cheese and wine enthusiast.
Because that's what Lee likes is cheese and wine, apparently.
Go with mead.
Well, you're gonna.
Mead is also really good.
Oh yeah.
I've got 2 honey hives. As soon as I get more resources, I'll be adding a third.
We've got 5 honey hives going on right now, and and one shed is like almost half full of
Kegs.
kegs right now.
See, I'm waiting till I can get the casks because, you know, from the basement in your house. That has to be in the basement, though, to age it.
Oh,
Also,
I see.
be careful. There is a glitch that if you harvest out of a cask with iridium quality stuff with an axe or a pickaxe, it crashes your game.
Really?
Yep. So use the hoe. The hoe is the only thing you can use.
Like if you're moving kegs or
No, not the kegs. Casks in the
Casks.
basement. So to harvest from
Oh.
a cask, you have to hit it with an axe, pickaxe, or hoe. Well, if you do that on iridium quality, if you use anything but the hoe, it crashes the game. Apparently.
Huh. That's actually super good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Ah, glitches.
I like they're funny when a mammoth is flying, but when your game dies, that's not funny.
Or
Yeah.
beard physics.
Bearman's like, you researched this game hardcore. I'm like, no, I just spent time when I was bored during academic exercises.
You
and
looked
at
at
the
it
wiki.
in class, didn't you?
Oh, totally did.
You person.
I was paying attention.
You
I'm engaged.
delinquent.
I'm engaged in my classes, but when somebody else is rambling on about something which has no relevance to the class, well, I'm going to look at my computer screen.
Okay, fine.
True that.
Fine.
It's happening a lot lately.
Yeah. Well, finals are approaching somewhere.
Oh, I know. It's a pain in the bum.
And suddenly every question that you have could be something important on the test.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
It's nuts. So you can't really begrudge people for asking. Because
No, but like when they're talking about something that's not even related to the topics of the class, in the class, and the teacher's like, right, yeah.
Can we move on now?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's the kind of thing that we.
But glitches, and there's another, on another topic, Assassin's Creed Origin.
Assassin's Creed Origin. I didn't know we were done talking about Star Wars Death.
Well, glitches and things of that nature.
I guess that's a glitch. I think it's a bug that they're very well aware of.
No, I just remembered. I was looking through the news stuffs, and there's another, in terms of gaming news, Injustice 2.
Sure.
There's new characters coming for that.
Really?
Yeah. I believe there's not Black Adam, but Adam.
Adam Warlock?
No, as in Atom. The Atom.
Up and Atom? I don't know.
You mean Atom, as in the superhero Atom?
Yes, the superhero Atom.
Ah.
And supernatural woman person. I don't know everybody's names in the DC universe.
Basically,
but
people.
There's Magic Lady and Science Man.
Okay.
The Atom is basically the Ant-Man of the DC universe.
Cool.
Yeah.
Those guys.
All right. And so we have Science Man and Magic Woman.
Cool.
And wait for it. Ninja Turtles.
You just shut him.
Huh.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
All of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's like
it's I don't know why they're there. Why the DC universe?
because they're part of the DC universe.
Are they? Really?
Yeah.
I don't think they are. I think
I gotta look for this. Just
I don't think they are.
They technically are.
I think they got a licensing deal. And I think they're trying to recover the image of the Ninja Turtles after the awful movies that came out.
Yeah,
people
can't
want
blame
the
them for
80s
that.
back.
Can't blame them for that at all.
Yeah.
They want the 80s versions of the live action movies better than the other ones.
Yeah, no, Bearman says they're definitely not. They're 100% not. It's a licensing deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they never were.
They want to basically get on to the fandom.
Well, I mean, you license
What's
stuff.
left of it?
What's left of it?
That you license stuff for, whatever.
For the Muns.
Yeah, for the Muns.
The Muns, hun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so... Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Ninja Turtles and Injustice 2.
I think it'll be really cool. I mean, kind of.
Game updates.
Now, when you say cool, you mean like this is an interesting crossover that could have potential consequences story-wise, or do you mean
I think
like
it'll be cool to beat stuff up with the Ninja Turtles.
yeah?
Uh-huh. That's mostly it.
Depends on the dialogue too.
That's fair. That's fair. Ninja Turtle dialogue is pretty much. It's not guaranteed. I won't say it's guaranteed to be golden in terms of wit.
No, I mean, like, as far as voice actors, do they get the original 80s versions or they get the newer ones?
We'll see what happens.
I don't know. You'll have to watch the trailer to assess that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, usually...
Because like, at least Mikey and Leo speak at the very...
do they?
Yeah, in the trailer. Mikey's like, hey, this looks like it's gonna be fun.
Totally radical, bro.
I call the witchy girl, and then Leo's just like, we fight together, Mikey. Fine.
That sounds like him.
Yeah, there's speculation as to what kind of like dialogue could occur between but at the beginnings of fights, but it's purely speculation at this point.
Yep. Bearman says that if anything, Ninja Turtles would have originated in Marvel.
Yeah, I was gonna
Because
say
this, like he said, literally the same goo that hit Murdoch's eyes for Daredevil
yes.
could have gone into the sewers and touched the turtles.
Yes, that would make so much sense. and then they all fight, the hand together. With
You
Master
don't mess with
Splinter.
the hand.
No, you do though. That's exclusively what Daredevil does. And
Well, actually, now
Bearman-
all the defenders do.
Bearman also says that they were apparently originally a parody of Frank Miller's gritty Daredevil run.
then that
canonizes
well, then it's still that canonizes the slime.
Kind of canonizes it. So they're going from Marvel to DC. You know what? Whatever. They became their own entity.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
They really did.
Like hardcore.
You know, the comics made them more gritty and dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cartoon that I grew up with was like I didn't grow up with the original TMNT cartoon.
Yeah.
I grew up with like the more
80s?
gritty
the
reboot.
90s ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Where they were like taller and more muscular and
Yeah.
they didn't have pupils.
Right.
And
Apparently,
it looked a bit more cartoonish.
all the
no, they look slightly less cartoonish actually.
apparently
Oh.
the
It was-
80s version is actually another parallel world
Yeah.
to reality.
Yeah. You ever watch the Fox Box?
No.
It was like
Oh yeah.
it was the Sunday morning version of Kids WB. Saturday morning. So
On Fox.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was the same channel. It was the same channel. It just that's what came on Sunday.
Okay, so
Or at least that's how it worked in my region.
Yeah. Yeah.
they keep rebooting the same series over and over again.
Yeah, and it just kind of they covered the same bases as the original 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
But then they enhanced it and went beyond, and then Mikey becomes Battle Nexus champion,
Whoa.
which is like weird because why would everyone expected like Leo or Raph to be the champion, but it was Mikey,
See-
and it was weird.
Yeah.
I think
grew
the
up-
newest one they released was the sort of whole turtle apocalypse thing.
Yeah,
Maybe.
there were like other characters. There was like an alligator who was a scientist.
Leatherhead.
Yeah, Leatherhead.
Oh,
And-
Teenage Mutant.
and then there were avian people and other races from other dimensions and stuff, and the Shredder was killed like 7 different times, only he was an alien in a human suit, and then they had their own race, and then he was a criminal in that race, and then it got really convoluted and stupid real quickly.
Yeah, you mean when they
All
went
right.
to, let's see here, if I remember your thing, they went to space, they went
Yeah.
to forward in time,
Yeah,
and then they went into the cyberspace.
and then they had other dimensions, and
It got weird.
It
is
got-
what you're saying.
yeah, it got real weird, and I was like 15 at the time, so I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
See, I probably watched some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but like it wasn't my thing. Like I grew up with like Pinky and the Brain and those kind of really messed up cartoons.
You mean
But the thing that-
Freakazoid?
I saw those like when those were on in the early 90s.
Yeah.
I was like 5.
Yep.
So I knew they existed, but I couldn't really appreciate them.
No, you go back and watch them now, you really do appreciate
Especially
them.
one of the most weirdest cartoons out there, which was Freakazoid,
Yeah, I think Rocco's Modern Life topped that.
which is coming back.
Oh. But no, I was going to say the thing that stuck out to me the most was very clearly the Pokemon anime.
Oh, doy.
You know what? That just came out on Blu-ray for the first time.
Really? It's a bit late for Blu-ray, I
mean,
think.
it's not like it's going to do much for it, but I'm going to probably watch it and see what I think.
Like, of all formats, why Blu-ray?
Because it's
That's where
most
the current one.
It's the most current.
Yeah, but it's like... I
Well,
don't,
you either got Blu-ray or Cloud. That's what it's coming to.
I don't
but
know,
like-
I mean, DVDs are still relevant.
They are, but they already have it on DVD. This is Blu-ray. They have a complete Indigo collection, actually. Indigo League collection. They have a complete one on DVD, but now they're doing Blu-ray stuff. And that's cool. I mean, I want to see how they remastered it to see if it looks any better.
Basically, they're phasing out DVD and just keeping going with
DVDs
Blu-ray.
are slowly phasing out, but not much because they're still really popular.
Yeah, like they tried, like it was, I think the thing was that Blu-ray had already tried to phase them out completely, and people are like, yo, this is the newest, hottest thing. And then people are like, nah, DVDs are just easier.
But like at the same time, they're really not. Because like
A Blu-ray holds a lot more information.
Blu-ray players right now are like the same as DVD players. Frankly, you can't even buy just straight DVD players anymore. You have to go to like specialty shops for that. I mean, even like an internet connected Blu-ray player was like $30. Yeah, I bought one for $30, and it plays DVDs and Blu-rays, and it has YouTube on it if I really want that. Like, it's got all of the things, and it's like this was $30.
Technology exploded.
Yeah, it's true.
And Blu-rays aren't prohibitively expensive anymore. It's just DVDs are still cheaper.
Especially you can find them in the bargain bin.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's like, yeah, I guess I'll buy the Blu-ray. I mean, Funimation does it best because they just include, in most cases, Blu-rays and DVDs in the same package, so you use what you want. You know, you get both the DVDs and the Blu-ray for your anime that you're buying. So that's really cool. But yeah, it's like the whole first season of Pokemon is on Blu-ray. I don't know how far it goes, but probably pretty far. I could look it up. I'm being lazy. And that's okay. Being lazy is acceptable sometimes.
Yeah, it probably goes all the way to like at least all of, and maybe towards the orange. In a minute. Let's see, it was Pokemon Kanto.
It doesn't. Let me tell you.
Johto, Orange Islands. It's weird.
52 episodes. It has the first 52 episodes.
Okay, it's not that.
All right.
That's a lot, though.
Yes.
I mean, for $63-ish, I think it retails for 70, but like still, 52 episodes for $70. That's pretty good for this time, you know.
And they probably put in some of the ones that, you know, didn't air.
No, they did not. Because they didn't.
All right. Let's see. What else is there for talking on today?
I don't know.
Many things.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but in like specific regards to stuff's going on.
How about the video game awards?
Which ones?
The ones that are coming up soon.
I never really pay much attention to those. I mean,
Nintendo has 26 nominations.
Yeah. So, PUBG,
yeah.
like, was nominated, and PUBG's creator was like, nah, dude.
No.
Give it to Breath of the Wild. He literally pulled himself out of the running for it.
Huh.
Because, first of all, his game is in alpha still. It is not a game by any, like, release
That
yet.
is true.
So
That
he's
is
like,
true.
don't include me in this. And, yeah, Nintendo basically owns at least 3 of the categories. Like, there aren't non-Nintendo games in there.
That's
So, like,
including
mobile
the
game,
Switch,
Fire Emblem Heroes, and what was the other one?
Mario 1.
Mario Run. Those are the options for best mobile game of the year.
All right, so what you're saying is Nintendo has the whole thing locked down.
To a degree.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
mean, I think Horizon Zero Dawn is going up against Breath of the Wild for something.
Game of the year.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to make it. Like, frankly, Breath of the Wild was one of the most phenomenal games I've ever played. And the fact that they're still releasing content for it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
you can't beat that.
Eventually, I am going to get a Switch eventually. You don't have
Yeah.
to keep selling it to me.
We're not trying to.
Especially since they added a new quest that you can actually get for the Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah, you can get, they just added, because they could, free armor for everybody. Like, if you do a small quest, that ties in with another game they're releasing, because why not?
And Link looks good in it.
He does. He looks really good in it. Yeah, no, it's a really good selection. I'd be curious to see how it turns out.
Yeah, it's. I think it's December. I think. Oh no, it's November.
Well, it is November now. Yes.
I think it's during the.
I don't know when it's going to be out, but I'm sure we'll hear about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way we're not going to. I mean, that's just not going to happen.
I think it's during Thanksgiving.
It might be.
Okay. Sorry, I know we already talked about this, but I finally found the specific comment from the EA community team that had that record number of downvotes.
Keep going. I love, like, we're spicing up the conversation by, like, throwing these in every once in a while. Just go. Just go.
Okay, so for the record, that number is, well, it's recorded as a negative 676,000 downvotes.
Woo! Oh my!
Okay.
That's really
That's like beyond what anything's ever managed to accomplish.
yeah. So it is literally a record number of downvotes, and the comment and the specific comment is, and I quote. It's in response to the seriously, I paid $80 to have Vader locked.
Yeah.
And the quote is, the intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes.
Funny story. You know who does that like well?
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Without paywalls.
Nope. Everybody who does it without a paywall has done it correctly. Just straight up.
Yeah.
I don't
haven't
understand.
seen this much like downfall since the Fine Brothers incident.
Yeah, but this is worse than that, actually.
Yeah. Redefine what that Fine Brothers incident was. Oh. They were the ones who tried
to trademark React.
Reaction videos. They said,
I remember
we're copyrighting reaction videos. Guys, you already stole that idea from somebody else,
Yeah.
so like you can't.
I remember that. I remember that.
And then they were
lost
like,
a
"Oh no, we were
lot
joking.
of
We were
subs."
joking. Ha ha ha! It was funny.
But the damage was done, and they lost
Million subscribers or something like that.
They lost a million subscribers in a week.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive actually.
That's real
You know
impressive.
what's surprising is PewDiePie hasn't lost all his subscribers.
It's
No.
PewDiePie.
Like the amount of horrible things he said this past year, like
It's gotten pretty insane.
yeah.
Like there's not much reason. I can't really think of many reasons to watch him anymore because
I don't.
Well, I think he wants to like start over, I think is what he said. He said like I've just become something that I didn't want to be and I want to go back to what I used to be.
Yeah, he's become something so huge that his own ego is battling for him.
Yeah.
I think like what he's become a meme of himself
He really has.
is what it is. And I don't
like
think
some of his earlier stuff was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
It was so bad it was good.
Yeah,
And that's why you watched
like
it.
his original Amnesia stuff.
Yes.
That was beautiful.
Scribble Knot stuff was great.
Yeah, Happy Wheels. All over that Happy Wheels.
Yep. It was great. And
that
then
Happy
he
Wheels
started-
stuff was some of the first I had ever seen from him.
Yeah, and he did a great job on that. And now it's just kind of like,
That was what made me fall in love with him.
and now he's just,
No,
And now he doesn't really do much gameplay at all.
yeah.
because the internet has evolved.
But like YouTube is still like, I know YouTube's really crappy right now,
Yeah.
but it's still an important space.
Yeah.
Like people still need to try to create on YouTube,
Actually, there's another one that's becoming an up and rising one.
which is
VidMe.
VidMe. I've never heard of it, so can't be
Like
that up and
the
rising.
name rings a bell, but that's about it. I've never been shown a link to a VidMe video, is all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But it's one of the new ones. It's
Like if
It's not like YouTube.
nah, it's not like YouTube or Twitch.
Like it's basically, hey, take your YouTube stuff and put it here, and your fans can pay you directly.
No.
I mean, you can put ads on.
Why would I? But why would I do that when YouTube already pays me?
Yeah, no, it's
no, because YouTube doesn't pay you anymore.
YouTube is being a little weird about it, but
Yeah,
like,
YouTube has been screwing
but
a
at
lot
the
of
same
people.
time, the people who it's like people, if you're doing like kids and like all ages content, there's no issue. I
There
guess
still is issues, and that people get demonetized because of it.
no, if they're not, if they're doing like age appropriate content, like
It doesn't matter.
It's less of an issue. It's when things could be. The real problem with YouTube is their strike system is BS
Because it's an algorithm.
because it's not run by people.
Exactly.
It is run by a computer.
And they said to everybody who's been interviewing them that they can't afford it. That's a lie.
That is a
It
huge
seems
lie.
suspect. But at the same time, the amount of stuff that they probably have to deal with is insane. I bet you every trigger happy person who doesn't like something in a video just hits the report button. So
And PC people are trying to get a hold of YouTube and trying to make them more friendly, and that's why you've got the whole demonetization.
You know, at the same time, I think they're doing a really bad job about it.
You can't even do news anymore.
No, you can. It's not as bad as we think, but it's still bad. But at the same time, I just took a look at the VidMe thing. It looks really sketch. Like, really, really sketchy, because it's basically the same thing as YouTube.
Not really.
No, it literally is the same thing as YouTube. I just looked at it, Orange. Like, on my screen, looked at it, and even said, take your videos from YouTube and upload them here with a link. Literally copying your video from YouTube and onto this website.
That's definitely sketch.
It's so sketchy. Oh, you can monetize them. Oh, you can do this.
But YouTube already does that. Why
I know.
Would I do
So
it
what
again?
are you monetizing? I mean, if you want to do it, if it's not sketchy, somebody let me know. But it seems pretty sketchy. I'd have to wait and see what happens. You know? The thing with YouTube is, despite the problems they've had for creators, they're still trusted by the wide masses of people who watch.
Yeah.
And the Minecrafters don't have a problem with this demonetization stuff.
No.
They're having plenty of fine time with it. So
Yeah,
nothing is going wrong there.
No.
So
no, a lot of people have gone over to Patreon.
Patreon is a great way to support your content creators.
Yeah. But that only really works
If you have content worth watching
and if you
supporting.
and if you have become popular and people
Right.
know about you.
Exactly. But you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like starting it, one of the YouTubers that I watch, Iskal85, started doing it just for fun. And he's been, in recent times, able to quit his full-time job and do YouTube full-time. But this is after, Patreon, and he's been YouTubing, and he's got a good following. And he does something really cool where all the extra proceeds, like after he's covered his cost of living, goes to charity. So, he's doing good stuff with the extra money. So that's cool. But, it's not like he's getting rich off of it. He's covering his costs and the cost of him, making videos. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're doing things right and not offending a whole lot of people, you're probably safe on YouTube. That's my point. That's what I want
Unless
to
they
say.
have another thing and then it triggers a lot more people.
Maybe, but I think if you want to make some Minecraft videos and you're good at it, I think you'll be
No.
okay.
Minecraft is one of the safe ones.
Yep, Minecraft is probably safe. I'm sure Stardew Valley would be pretty safe if you wanted to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult to get fresh content that isn't flagged
Yeah.
these days. For one thing or another.
And that's why you have to go through partnerships and the whole rigmarole.
Rigmarole.
And it's not even YouTube's fault a lot of the time. It's the advertisers.
Yeah.
But, here's the thing. They're advertising on violent TV shows, too.
Yeah, that's why is it suddenly not okay to do that on video games when you advertise
It's
all the
like,
time on The Walking
I'm
Dead of
watching-
all things?
I'm watching Saw 4 on TV, and then a Pepsi ad comes on. I'm like, I mean, I wasn't actually, but
Or
it's that
talking
kind of
about
thing.
something that happens in the news and you get demonetized because of it.
Right. It's because somebody doesn't like what you said.
Exactly.
And you can appeal that, and then YouTube will get your stuff
They
back.
usually don't.
Well, it takes a while. It takes a long time. That's why you have to have partner with a company who literally deals with YouTube for you, and talks to the people that are actually people there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whatever. It works.
And it doesn't help that YouTube goes through the systematically dumping subscribers.
It did that once, and that was a glitch.
It's done it twice.
You just held up 3 fingers.
Well, 3 times.
Make up your mind, buddy.
Everybody's starting to fade out. My eyes are turning into raisins. It's
Are they?
weird. A little bit.
Your lack of sleep.
Are they sleep? Are they tasty? Wow.
I don't know. I don't have really any compulsion to eat my raisin eyes.
You just lick them.
Well, my tongue isn't that long. I've tried.
Okay, this is getting weird.
I guess speaking about Minecraft, because we can go to something that's not weird. Minecraft is getting a whole visual overhaul.
Yes, it
Really?
is.
Their next patch will be complete visual overhaul for everything in the game,
Okay.
like new textures.
Really?
Yep.
The wool.
So you won't have to have a super megawatt 50 cal HD Alienware computer.
No,
to-
you'll still have to do that because Minecraft, by definition, is infinite, and that takes a toll. But they're gonna make it so the textures are more modern instead of old. Some of the textures look really good. Some of the
Not
need some
so
work.
much.
Like the new leaf texture looks bonkers.
I guess I'll never know because I don't have that super mega ultra HD
You can
remix.
run Minecraft on a pretty...
Well, yeah, it'll run, but I won't be able to get the extra beautiful scenery.
Well, it's not extra beautiful. They're just fundamentally changing the game code.
All right.
Like, it's the same, going to be like the same
I know in the
resolution and stuff.
snapshot they turn the wools and all that stuff and all the clays into like deeper colors.
Yeah, they're changing the colors. I don't think they're going to change the colors of concrete. Hardened terracotta is
But
going to
wool.
be the same. Terracotta is also going to probably be the
But
same.
the wool is going to be a little bit different.
Maybe the wool texture is going to be different. The color isn't because they already just changed the colors rather recently.
Yeah.
So they're basically changing like what it looks like, but not necessarily the color of it.
So something that looks like wool.
Yeah, I mean cobblestone looks okay. They're going to make it look a little nicer, I think, or trying to. The plank texture, the wood plank texture looks really good. The new one.
I wonder if they're going with the naturalist texture
They're making it look a little bit more realistic, but not because it's still all cubes. I mean, even the item icons like look cool.
Because I know you can get a texture
Yeah.
pack that makes everything look more natural.
I think Bearman missed the part where we talked about EA shutting down the in-game purchases for Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, that happened, and that's exciting, but it's only temporary, unfortunately.
It'll come back eventually.
It'll come back once they've reworked things, which that spells to me when we've noticed that people don't care anymore.
But then people are going to care again, at least somewhat.
Oh no, unless what they did here is just light more fire and put fire and gasoline together.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I'm wondering whether it's going to be the same amount of gameplay you have to, do.
Who knows at this point? Until the game comes out.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's crazy.
All right, so
Lot happening tomorrow.
we're not going to be meeting next week, are we?
No, and we have to figure out something to do for the Turkey Day, because I feel bad if we don't upload something to the YouTubes.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
But you're spending time with family.
I know.
Who cares about that? We've got video games.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I mean... Yeah.
There's family. Family. Especially my family that likes to play normal board games.
Board games are great. I will defend board games.
Yeah, board
till
games
I'm
are
blue in the face.
awesome.
Board games are great.
A lot of the new board games that have been coming out in the more recent years, they're
Woo,
really
they're hot.
amazing. I love them.
They're
You should play
so, so
Pandemic.
great.
Yeah, I've been absolutely itching to play a round or two of Betrayal at the House on the Hill.
That's a good one.
But nobody's able to get together because everybody's
The
busy
board that
all
is-
the time.
Pandemic, the board that is against you.
Yep. Oh,
3 ways to lose. One
here's
way
a
to
blast
win.
from the past.
Yeah?
Mythbusters.
Yep.
Yeah?
The newest season with 2 new hosts.
I thought they ended.
Well, Mythbusters did, but the old hosts. They did a whole search, and they've got 2 new hosts.
Oh.
And I watched the first episode of it last night.
Yeah?
Yeah. It
The-
was...
The look on your face gives me concern.
It was Mythbusters, but it lacked the feel of Mythbusters.
You need to watch. You need to watch the Netflix series White Rabbit.
I will watch the White Rabbit Project eventually, but like they call it Mythbusters, but it's super modern. The science seems to have kind of fallen by the wayside, and it's more big booms and like
That's not why
flashy stuff.
And while that's impressive and all, that's not really why people are here.
If you're ever wondering whatever happened to the interns of the original Mythbusters, that's what they
They
are,
weren't
dude.
interns; they were actually hosts. Like they were actual. They were never interns; they were paid.
Oh, or are you implying that the interns were the things they blew up?
Yes, probably them. No, Cary Grant and Tori were never interns. They were first. Cary and Tori were shop techs, just working for the show, and then they became hosts with Grant when they brought Grant in.
Yeah, now they have their Netflix series called White Rabbit.
Right, Rabbit. Yeah, the White Rabbit Project. That was the thing.
What is wrong with your mouth right now?
I don't know.
Your tongue is like twice as big as it usually is.
He might have ate something.
Mida?
Mighta. I don't know. I don't watch what he eats.
No, I watch.
Maybe
what I
you
eat.
should. You should take better care of your orange.
No. He's picky when it comes to food.
I am picky when it comes to food. I am picky what goes into my mouth. That's probably for the best.
Well, yeah, you should be picky about the things you put in your mouth.
No.
I think so.
Literally, he's a gourmet.
That's like the first lesson we teach children is be picky about what you put in your mouth.
There's nothing wrong with being a gourmand. I think that enjoying good food and having an appreciation for it is fine.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
It's only when you're just like, oh, I refuse to drink water unless it comes directly from Fiji.
No, I mean, I want water that doesn't have, like, lead in it.
I'll drink some fizzy water.
I don't like carbonated water, actually. There's something about the taste.
No.
And when carbonated water goes flat, it tastes measurably worse.
Yeah, it's because there's
It's because
carbonic acid in it.
yeah,
No, not fizzy. Fiji.
Fiji.
yes,
Fiji
No.
water's pretty good.
No, Fiji. Not Fiji. It's basically spring water.
So the
Fiji.
brand Fiji?
No, like Saratoga Springs.
so Fiji.
It's
You
fishy.
mean-
It's all it's
It's weird.
fishy.
It sounds like
Are you talking about? You said fishy water.
That's what they call it.
Why is it called fishy water?
I've never heard that, and I don't think it's true.
That can't be true. I'm gonna. What is this? What is this nonsense?
Spring water is fine. Tap water, if it's from a good source, is fine. Like we filter our tap water because our pipes are old and it makes it taste really bad. But like
The only thing-
Brita filter fixes that.
I'm looking. I just Googled fishy water, and the only thing that came up is a game on Congregate.
That makes sense, I guess.
Just
but like
look
no.
up. It's Saratoga spring water
So just water.
that comes up from the ground and is kind of bubbly and naturally interesting.
So mineral water?
Pretty much.
I don't like that either. It's got weird taste to it.
That's
Like,
because there's minerals in it.
exactly. I want my water to be like water.
Now, don't get me wrong. Bathing in mineral water is something else.
Yeah, I mean,
That's like
I love me a good hot springs.
that's one thing. That's beautiful. That's a
something I
beautiful
was able to do over the
experience.
summer was go to Costa Rica and go to the natural hot springs there.
Oh, I'd love to go to some hot springs.
So, like-
the most I was able to do over the summer was like scuba diving in some mineral caves.
Well, like I got an ear infection. But,
well,
that's because I sat under a waterfall for probably an
way
hour
too
or two.
long. That's way too long.
It was so good. It felt so good on my back and shoulders.
Well, if you want like hot springs and natural ones, you can always go to Saratoga Springs,
we
Florida.
could, or like not go to Florida.
because
It's Florida.
It's Florida. I
But
mean,
that's what all the springs are.
No, not at all.
no, there's hot springs in other places.
There's hot springs in Washington State. I've been to them.
Really?
Yeah.
There wouldn't happen to be any other hot springs that are significantly closer to where we are. Do you know?
Not to my knowledge, but
There's
there
the
could be.
legendary one that's somewhere in Vermont.
If it existed, it would probably be saying that it existed.
Let's see. Hot springs near me.
Yeah, good. I'm gonna look it up on this one too. Let's see. This is
Hidden Springs. Oh, there's a place in Putney.
really.
Apparently.
I don't think that there's
No,
actually one. Though.
nah, it's called Hidden Springs.
I see that.
It's-
It's definitely not a hot spring. Like an actual hot spring.
yeah.
There is the mythic one that is up in the Northeast Kingdom.
But that's mythic.
It's not real. It's
we want
mythical.
we want something that's real. We want something a place that we
We
can
should
go
just
to
go to
now.
Japan.
Yes. Yes.
It's settled.
You pay for it.
I'm not doing that.
You're going to pay for all of us to go there.
I am not doing that.
You're the
because
one
I'm
that-
brokest in this room.
Yeah, but you also are the one with the paycheckist in this room.
No, I'm not.
I'm surprised you didn't come with me, and because he
Yeah,
knows what I have.
Yeah, his aunt lives in Japan.
Well then, all right then, you get the connections.
Yeah,
I
You
have the
got
connections.
Then
Yeah.
do it. Call her up like right now. I want to see you do it.
All
She's
right.
busy vacationing in the bamboo temple at the moment.
So,
That sounds like fun.
maybe I want to.
experiencing
I
a
want to go to the bamboo temple too.
Yeah, I want to meditate in the bamboo with the pandas
actually
and the
having
tigers.
natural green tea.
Green tea is delicious and it's always natural. You don't get fake green tea.
I mean, the traditional green tea ceremony.
So the tea ceremony, so a matcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's
that's also delicious.
Yes. we get our kimonos. We get
Or
like
yukatas, whatever we got lying around.
Well, I mean, like aren't yukatas for men?
Yukatas are for both gender. It's just
Okay.
the layers
Of stuff.
of stuff.
Okay.
Yukata is the simple robe that you see in all the anime during the summer festival.
Okay.
That's a yukata. Kimonos are the really in-depth ones with the.
They're the ones that
band,
they
the
usually get
oldies.
married in.
Yeah, they're a bit more involved.
All right.
Yes.
But
Anyway, yes,
either
we
way,
get those, we
I would
go
like
sit
one.
down
I
and
would
have
like
some
one
tea.
or the other. We have tea. We get our hair did. We sit in the hot springs.
It'll be great.
It'll be so
So
cool.
much fun.
Mind the monkey.
We eat some. We have some mochi sitting nearby.
Mochi is amazing. Anyway, final thoughts. I'm going to bring it up. Which team are you for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon?
I'm Team Instinct.
That's not Pokemon Sun and Moon, but
I
okay.
don't play Pokemon Sun and Moon.
You should.
I can't answer that question.
Team Rowlet, Team Litten, or Team Poplio?
I had wished that Litten would have become something cooler, but
Except it's
It's not.
It's a-
cock firing flame cat
it's a pro
Yes.
wrestler. It's a pro wrestler Pokemon,
that
and I
shoots
can't.
flames out of its cock. I'm sorry, it's inappropriate.
What?
Yes, when it uses its fire moves, it thrusts its hip out and shoots flames out of its crotch.
Okay.
That happens. Orange.
Rowlet.
I am also Team Rowlet. We broke Scuddy. It's fine. I will show you a video. Give me 5 minutes. So yes, thank you so much for listening to this quickly devolving episode of Talking Nerdy. This has been Frost.
Orange, it's basically a zombie.
Yep. And Scuddy, who's dying over there.
Laughter.
Thank you so much for listening. We love it that you guys took the time to come listen. We hope you join us next week as actually don't join us next week because we won't be here.
It's off.
But like look
You can
forward to
join
something
us. You
next
can join us anyway. We just won't be here.
week. Join us in a couple weeks when we talk more nerd. So have a great night.